Hello, everyone. This is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, King Deal, Lorn Frey, Grim Clover, Internet Blood Sports, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. Bayonetta 3, out of nowhere, got a shadow trailer drop today. Out of nowhere, we have a release date for October 29th of this year. Bayonetta 3 is coming soon. Platinum Games released a trailer. We saw a lot of footage. We have a little bit more of an idea what this game is supposed to be about, and I stand by my assessment of what I said last time. This game looks like pure shit. Okay, the combat looks terrible. The story looks terrible. Most of the character designs, other than Bayonetta's herself, look awful. This looks like a decline in quality in general from the past two games. And this is coming from someone who didn't like two either, by the way. This game looks like a complete disaster. And my assessment when I last saw this was that this might be the last relevant game Platinum puts out. And honestly, the way things are looking now with like the character designs and some of like the decisions they made. I think the only people defending this will be SJWs. That's kind of my impression seeing this is that it seems like Platinum has decided to go down this route of throwing in like dykish looking characters, throwing in these aspects, that just aren't really appealing to anyone but people trying to push a political agenda. You know what I mean? It's like they listen to NeoGAF. It's like they listened to that one guy at Polygon who bitched about Bayonetta 2 being too sexualized and just it does kind of feel like that at this stage. Obviously, this is just a trailer, and we might have our expectations subverted or something. It might be surprisingly based in some respects, but like I think that doesn't really matter, honestly. I don't think they should have catered to those people at all, right? I There is nothing about Bayonetta 3 that looks appealing to me as a fan of the original, right? It doesn't have the cool imagery, the bosses don't look as good, nothing really about it seems to really resonate with me. It seems relatively soulless, to be completely honest with you. So much so that I honestly, if I did not run a YouTube channel covering Nintendo content, I honestly would seriously consider skipping it, right? Just like I considered skipping Pokemon Scarlet because of Toby Fox's involvement. But this looks so much worse than that. It really does feel like the entire project has been compromised by a bunch of talentless hacks who have no idea what they're doing, right? It does feel that way, and we've known for years that like the real talent have at Platinum has been like fleeing to other studios, but like actually seeing it in action, seeing a game in 2022 that somehow looks worse than a game made in like early 2009 is ridiculous, honestly. And I'm not sure if other people are really acknowledging this. I'm not sure if anyone else is really talking about this at all. But my impression is that that isn't the case. I think most people are like sucking this game's dick. I think most people who are criticizing it are being called like fanboys of other consoles or something. No, no, no. Let's make this clear. This is coming from a place. This is coming from someone who loves the original, right? Who loves what they did with it, who considers it like one of the best games ever made, right? And Platinum Games has just been steadily going downhill since then, right? Wonderful 101 was great, right? But like ever since then, like Bayonetta 2, was a misstep. Casualized to fuck. Really nothing positive to say about it other than maybe the visual design. Okay, there were some good looking moments in Bayonetta 2. You have Near Automata, one of the most overrated games ever made. TMNT, the fucking Transformers game. Uh, Quora, which was shit. Like, Astral Train wasn't as good as it could have been. Like, Project GG is nowhere to be seen. Like, the Wonderful 101 remastered. Like, the entire Kickstarter debacle. Like, everything Platinum Games has done since Bayonetta 2 has been an obvious decline in quality, and nothing I've seen from this trailer really indicates that that's changed. If anything, it looks even worse. And the fact that Nintendo released this trailer the way they did like rather than like a part of a big Nintendo Direct, like just shoving it into like just shadow announcing it. It makes me feel as if they don't have a lot of faith in the game either. It really does kind of feel that way. That this game is just going to get kind of pushed out, and you're going to have a bunch of fanboys praising it, but actual gamers, like people who actually want to play like a good, exciting new action game, like no, no, it seems very underwhelming to me. It lost the spirit of what made the original so great. It doesn't have like it looks like it doesn't have the tight gameplay. It doesn't look like it has like any of the things that made me love the original. And I think more people need to call this out. I That is probably the only reason I'm picking this up is that like I want to give a thorough overview of it when it does come out. I want to talk about all the problems. I want to talk about like the missteps. I want to talk about like the gameplay things. I imagine most reviewers are going to gloss over this because I think most people are going to pretend this game is flawless. It's the best game in the series. Yada yada yada. Same thing we got with Bayonetta 2, right? Right, where people pretended that game was on par with the original when it was nowhere near as good. And I think this is going to be like the same thing as that, but even worse. There is nothing appealing about this game to me at all. I don't expect I'll like it, and my suggestion to my audience at this point is do not buy it. I highly expect this game is going to be underwhelming, and that you should stay far away.